Okay, so we literally, anybody that we ever found that people have problems with any of the applications, we went back, fixed them. So if you're a fan of the show, and odds are you are, who else would spend nearly $30 on a book? And if you printed out recipes from like foodnetwork.com and use them, throw those away and use the ones out of this book because we fixed them. They're better. Which means that if you cook something out of this book and it messes up, it's your fault. Because we gave them to like monkeys to test and everything was good. So if you screw something up, you need to do some serious soul searching about your food. Maybe you should sell it on eBay. I'm kidding, I was about to say something else distasteful, but I'm not going to. Because I promised to stop talking bad about other Food Network things. It's really hey, no, I'm not talking dirt. I'm not talking dirt. I actually don't know any. I have to keep making things up. What?
It's just us.
It's just you? Yeah, just you and Twitter and Facebook. I swear, you can't get away with anything anymore. Taking all the fun out of being
Itchy and Twitchy are nowhere near.
What?
Itchy and Twitchy aren't here.
Itchy, Twitchy is here.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I brought my attorney with me. Legal representation at all times. Anyway, before we get to signing, because there are more than like 30 of you here, yeah, at least 40. I wanted to take some time to take questions from you guys and talk about what might be on your minds, because I don't have much else to say other than please don't fuss at me about the fact that I put Good Eats out to pasture. So Good Eats is gone. We finished the last special about a month ago. No, don't boo me. No. I can just go back to the airport and crank out and go. Contract to make me stay. So yeah, about 4 weeks ago we wrapped up the last Good Eats special, which is about dark chocolate. That'll air in February. Chocolate always seems to be somewhat popular. And it's a pretty good show. We held out our very best chocolate work for the end. And there's also going to be a new 1-hour Thanksgiving special that will air in November. And we reinvented the turkey yet again. This time we come up with a dry brine, dry aged turkey that cooks in under an hour. So I'm still making a bid for the Nobel Prize. I waited after we came up with the turkey derrick. I waited patiently by the phone for the call, and it never came. So anyway, I want to take some time to take your questions. All I ask is that you raise your hand and let me pick you. Don't just holler all at once, and I'll show you how this works. We'll start with you, ma'am, and I'll repeat the questions. Go ahead. Is this what I wanted to do when I was little? No. I wanted to be an astronaut when I was little. I'd still kind of like to be an astronaut. So I'm going to move to Russia, because that seems to be what you have to do. No, I'm not even sure this is what I want to do now, but I'm going with it. I'm going with it for now, because it seems like it pays okay. Yes, ma'am. Will Food Network continue to show reruns of Good Eats? What they are doing is they are moving the series mostly. It's still going to have like 1 or 2 airs a week, but they're going to move it to prime time on Cooking Channel, which is the new digital branch of Food Network where the actual cooking is going to happen. See, on the Food Network, eventually there won't be any more cooking. All the cooking will be on the Cooking Channel. There'll be like 24-hour cupcake fights and stuff. Diners and drive-ins and dives and cupcakes. Cupcake battle and cupcake apocalypse. Cupcake doomsday and stuff like that. So anyway, so Good Eats supposedly is going to show in chronological order, all 13 years in order on Cooking Channel. I keep begging them to make it an instant view on Netflix, but I think say is email Food Network and ask for that, because I think that right now, as long as they've got it on Cooking Channel, they're happy to kind of do that. I would very much like to see it on both iTunes and Netflix. And some of them are available on iTunes, but it's very sporadic, and I haven't figured out the logic behind it yet. Yes, sir.
Do you have another show in mind after Good Eats?
Do I have another show in mind after Good Eats? Oh yeah. I got plans. Right now I've got about 10 things that I'm looking at. I'm trying to decide which one to do and in which kind of order. I've had a bit of a wrench thrown into the monkey works, as it were, by the fact that there's another show on Food Network that I'll be really honest with you, I've never watched, called Food Network Star. And it used to be called Next Food Network Star, now it's called Network Stars. Anybody seen that? Well, this past year, I was in the first episode of the season, and then I was in the 8th episode. And I didn't watch it, but apparently I came across as rather, help me, mean. Did somebody say ugly? Awesome. I don't know if they said ugly. Did you say ugly? Oh. Anyway, apparently I made some people cry or something. I don't know what it was, but as a result, they've asked me to be on all 11 episodes. My goal is going to be on all the episodes of Food Network Star, and my personal goal is to have no one stay. Because I'm kind of sick of that crap, so I'm going to make everybody cry and everybody quit. I'm going to make Giada De Laurentiis cry. I'm going to make Bobby Flay cry. So, I was going to be going into production on a new show right away, but I got to take time for the crying. And then when the crying's over, I'll dive into something else. Someone over here. Yes, ma'am. Why did I decide to add history and science? How did I do that? You know, everything that happens in the kitchen is science. And food, everything about food's history is fascinating to me. So my theory is that if I could tell the science and the history behind food, it would be even more interesting to folks. So that even people that didn't necessarily like to cook would watch, which is what I wanted to do. And then a lot of people who said they wouldn't cook eventually got interested enough where they did. So I had to infect them. You have to think like a virus. Different people have different ways in. You have to just find the way in. And, you know, well, I'm not going to go any further with that. Yes, ma'am. Gluten-free foods don't taste very good. You're right. I would like to say that on Good Eats we've made a few gluten-free items that do taste good. But what I get tired of is people say, I can't have gluten, but I want to make French bread. Silence, child, or I'll eat you. Back to gluten-free. Saying that I want gluten-free, you know, French baguettes is kind of like saying I want sugar and chocolate-free chocolate chip cookies. You know, it really can't be done. Besides, I think that at least half the people that are eating gluten-free just want attention. You know, they just want to be difficult. I mean, honestly, you know, the entire population of the United States hasn't suddenly gotten a gluten intolerance, okay? It's like, you know, a couple hundred folks who really have a serious problem. Everybody else just wants to be difficult. But here's the thing about a gluten-free diet, though, is it does tend to be a healthier diet because, let's face it, a lot of foods that aren't great for you are pretty much loaded with gluten. The white food, as it were. So I've cut back on it a lot. Because when I eat white, I get tight. Meaning my pants, mostly. It's getting out of hand really, really fast. But do you want more gluten-free? Is that you're going to comment? You need good gluten-free recipes. Are you gluten?